Hello everyone, this week we are making cheese straws. In your delivery you will receive some flour, some butter, some cheese and 2 eggs. If you would like to heat your oven to 200 degrees centigrade or gas mark 6 and then lightly grease your baking tray. Then in a large bowl put your butter into the bowl and cream it. Now you may want to keep your butter at room temperature for just a little while, maybe about 10-15 minutes, to make it nice and soft for you. And then you cream it in the bottom of the bowl like so. Once you've creamed your butter, then add your cheese to the bowl and we are going to mix the butter and the cheese together. Like so. And then mix it round, mixing the butter and the cheese all in. So once you've mixed your butter and your cheese, which it's very difficult to see actually because it's all the same colour, but once you've mixed it all in and there's no more butter at the bottom of your bowl, we are going to add our flour. So flour that comes in the bag, we're going to add it to the mixture, like so. Now we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, so just one of your small spoons at home will add a teaspoon of salt for flavouring, and then we're going to mix all of that together. Now to be honest, I'm going to, and I know not everyone likes this, but I am going to use these tools. I'm going to use my hands and I'm going to get it in, which feels very nice, and mix it in with my hands, like so. So I have mixed my flour, my cheese and my butter together, and I've got these fine breadcrumbs, and now we have to bind it all together. So what we do is we get our 2 eggs and we're going to separate the 2 eggs. Now if you can't do this, then just ask someone to help you. And we're going to separate the egg yolks from the white. It's a little bit tricky, but I'm sure a lot of you have done this before, like so. And then we put the egg yolks in a separate bowl. I'll do my second one. Okay, if it does that, like what's just happened there, and it's gone in, then we can get a spoon and we can just get our egg yolk out, like so, and into the bowl. Okay, now the egg yolk is going to bind all of the ingredients together. So pour your egg yolk into the mixture, like so. Can get a little bit squidgy, so you could use a spoon if you wanted to. I'm going to use my hands, and we are going to bind it, I can show you, all together. And this is then going to bring it all together to make our pastry. Right, this is when you give it a really good squeeze. Oops. That's it. It all comes together. You see that egg? It binds it all together. And there we are. Okay, so now we've got together our pastry. So lightly flour your work surface, and before you, and your rolling pin, because that helps it not stick into the pastry. And then before you start rolling, I'd like you to grease your baking tray. You can just get a bit of butter, a bit of tissue or a bit of paper or tin foil and just lightly grease the baking tray so it doesn't stick. Okay, so let's begin to roll. And we're going to roll it out so it is nice and flat, like so. A little bit of pressure in. Round a bit. We don't want it too thin because we want to enjoy the flavour of these cheese straws. Like so. There you go. Not very thin, not too thick. And then we go in with a knife, we're going to cut along the pastry and make our strips. Like so. So that we have our strips of our cheese straws. And we're going to lay it on the baking tray like so. So, once you've cut your strips and put them on the baking tray, we then put it in the oven, which we have preheated to 200 degrees. And then we cook it between 10 and 15 minutes. Okay, so, time to take them out. Now this oven is very powerful, so it has taken 10 minutes. So it's between 10 and 15 minutes you need to cook them for. And here they are. They look lovely and they smell delicious. Enjoy.